Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Tuesday night, March the 6th. These are the charts of the day, both long and short today, and some ultra shorts. Let's examine them. Vermilion, VRML today in particular. This started out with a fantastic move of 125%, a nearly 4,500% increase in volume. That's huge. When you look at the overall pattern, you'll see that major declining tops line and high from the 7 or 8 range. We got all the way down to, on this declining tops line, got down to a low in December, just under $1. It ran up, pulled back, formed a little head and shoulders basing type pattern with left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And today exploded on nearly 11 million shares, 10.8 million shares, by far the biggest volume I've ever seen in the stock on positive drug news. And not only that, but it closed at 2 cents off the high and was trading higher in the aftermarket. So we'll see what it does with the 340, 45 range, which is resistance. Beyond that, possibility exists. We could see 4.25, 435 range. When you get that kind of price volume thrust to break out, we often get a follow through. Another little junior biotech stock that popped today was XOMA, XOMA, up 42 cents or 29%. More than 9 million traded today, and almost 9.3 million. And you can see the biggest volume since the big move up in December of 09, almost 2.5 years ago. Now today's action brought it up to and slightly through, and then closed off of this area here, just slightly, but closed near the upper end of the range, only 8 cents off the high. As I said, nearly 29%. So that kind of a thrust will often lead to more upside. And my target short term is about 235. Another junior biotech, DUSA, with a big pop today. One of the things I told our subscribers today is that I felt like towards the end of every intermediate top, we always see these biotechs run for some reason. And anyway, it did break out across that line today. It may very well be headed for a test of the highs of around 6.75, 680 range short term. MDSO, a company involved in computer software services for the healthcare medical group, broke out. Now, check out this line here. This is a very interesting breakout of a long-term declining tops line with a thrust to the upside. Now the highs up here in July of 2011 were about 24.5, and today's high was 24.5. So we do have resistance up here. We may see some pullback, but if it does follow through, look for a move up to near 27. Now, first of the ultra shorts we're going to examine is EDZ today. You can see that after a long falling type decline, which kind of narrowed in here very quietly, the stock suddenly surged in the last couple sessions, moving up from 1194 to 1232 yesterday, gapping up and moving up to 1359 today, and approaching the major declining tops line, as well as testing lateral price resistance right here. If we do get a downside follow through in the market, I expect this to move up towards 14.75 thereabout, maybe even as high as 15.25 in the 16 zone short term. Another one is FAZ. You can see the pop here above the 20-day, the declining tops line. Has yet to get through this lateral price resistance that may be tested early tomorrow. Should it get up past 27.25, 27.30 area, I'd look for a move that tests the 29.25 area at a 50-day moving average. That's about 29.5 actually, but we'll see what that does tomorrow. So my target is, if it does break out, on the FAZ it's 29.5, and that's 32.5. TZA looking a little bit better than all of them right now, because for the last several days it's been an uptrend and broke out 3 days ago. You can see how, just to clean this up a bit, the rising channel here has nearly met the 50-day moving average, and there is some resistance at 21.5, 21.60 up here, but if it extends, 22.75, 22.90 zone would be my next target. That brings us to MyTech, which is acting great of late, and if you can take a look at the pattern on a short-term chart, you'll see that this rising channel here has had a 1, 2, 3, 4 wave move, and maybe the 5th wave is beginning here. It could take us up to test the all-time high about 13.11 short term. If it does get through, it has to get through this line here, which is being tested right now. At that level, you can see it's a perfect line drawn across this high, these two highs, and these two highs. If it does not get through here, you can see a rollover retest around the 9.5, 10 zone, but I'd be a buyer on that pullback. Anyway, looking long-term, MyTech, tremendous long-term chart, and it should get up through the 13 range. We could look for a stock that makes maybe makes it into the low 20s, but that's going to be more on an intermediate basis. Another junior biotech stock that did great today, DSCO, which popped and then pulled back, but after hours was trading way up on drug approval, reaching as high as 685 at one point. Last I saw it was about 485, so not in this range, but still up about $1.10 additionally to the 17 cents it had today. And there's some resistance around 5 there, so we'll see what it does with that. Now, long term, the SCO with massive resistance up here could very well see more upside and get up. You can see this is a Wednesday stock in the 30s as recently as 08. So we'll see what it does with this declining top line, which has been broken, and lateral price resistance, which if it extends tomorrow can get easily through that. Another ultra short is BGZ. That's the Direction large cap. You can see the large falling wedge finally narrowed and today popped $1.38 or 6%. May be significant. We'll see. The targets are at 25.90 and then 29. Those are my targets going forward. And the BGZ TVIX target being after the large wedge formed here. It's beginning to look like it wants to come out, but it didn't have an exceptional day today, only up 86 cents or 5%, but I'll take it. Nevertheless, you'll see the wedge here. If we get any kind of upside extension, I'm expecting a test of 20.5 and then 24. Let's go over to the box of short side. I'll look at First Solar. Well, this stock's been an ugly downtrend since it was 125 and it's dropped down to 27 over the course of the last 8 or 9 months. Today, as you can see, this channel here, which reached resistance right there and failed and rolled over, retested and then broke here, has moved steadily lower for the last week to new multi-year lows. And at this point, looking at the channel and the way it's drawn, we may very well see the stock down near 20. LRN apparently poised on a platform here that it could break at any moment. It's right on it. If it does break, expect a retest of the 16.5, 17 range. New field exploration may have broken today. This double bottom was taken out slightly today as the stock dropped to 81 cents. But any further downside follow through, we can see the stock in the high 20s. Decker's Outdoor right on support as well. 74.68 down 212 today. But the key is that that's right near the closing low of last week, which is also the lowest level this has reached in quite a long time. But there's your key support, and we're right on it. Should it break, I look for a quick slide down towards 68.9. American Public Education. I just found this today. You can see the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. The break of the neckline, and then this little 4-day flag in here. It looks bearish to me. It looks like we may see some further downside action. I'm looking for a test of, say, 33 on this one. OPNT, OpNet, also on support, and maybe cracking it down 53 cents today. Not a big deal, but should it crack here, it could slide quickly and get down to near the bottom of this channel around 25.5. Right to center, one of my box of short recommendations. This bear flag was broken. It's been down for 4 or 5 days in a row here. Well, it was up here one day, but for the last 5 days down, but the last 3 very sharply so. Down $1.05 or 3% today. And should it get under 32.5, we can see this fall down there, 30, maybe even high 20s. Lastly, today's Pitney Bowes, which had this big bear wedge, broke down hard to support, formed the bear flag right there. And the last couple sessions has broken down. It's right near support, and any further damage here could yield much deeper levels, perhaps as low as mid-teens, or even low teens around 13, 14. That's it for the ideas today, short and long and ultra shorts. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, but be careful out there.